Hello, fashion bosses. How are you doing today? Nice to be with you once again. All right, so my name is Faith Abraham, like you already know, Creative Director, Fashion Boss Innovations Academy. On this channel, we upload sewing tutorials and eyewear tutorials every week. So if this is your first time on this channel, we please implore you to consider subscribing and kindly do it to tap on the bell so you get notified each time we drop new videos. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so very much. Like I always say, without you there is no fashion buzz. All right, God bless you for subscribing. Give the video a like, give it a thumbs up, drop your comments if there is any concern. Right, so in today's tutorial we are going to be showing us, okay, how to draft and sew the structure peplum you saw on the thumbnail. So these are my materials. I have my red line boning, okay, I have my crinoline, 1-inch crinoline, okay, I have my ruler, and then I have my fabrics. I'm using a lace fabric for it. This is my lining, okay, for the lace fabric. All right, just grab my pattern paper. It's a simple and straightforward tutorial, okay, very beginner friendly. The same method for beginners, the same method for advanced designers, okay. So before we draft, let me show you how to take the measurement. Okay, so this is the dress I will be putting the or attaching the structure to, okay. You can also do well to take the measurements directly on your client's body, okay. So this is the dress. So I'm going to come down here. It's like this dress does not have a basque right now, okay, so be the one to form the basque, the shape, because the shape of the peplum is actually that of a basque, because it starts right on the middle of the dress, you know, down around this point into this way like that. So I'm going to come down from my waistline by 5 inches, like as though it's a basque, okay. So you know, basque is usually like this. I don't know if you can see this, okay, something like this into this way. I don't know if you can see this. I don't want so many chalk on the fabric because it's a client's outfit. So this is what a basque look like. So but since this is not a basque, I'm just going to come down here by about 5 to 6 inches, okay. So from here right now, which is the middle parts of this front panel, okay, I'm going to measure from here. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to measure this way, okay. I'm going to measure this way like this. You know how the basque shape usually look like now. And then I'll flip my dress, okay, to the back this way, and then come down here. So what we have right now is 21.5 inches, okay. That is the circumference of our peplum, okay, 21.5 inches. Hope you get that. So we are going to reach out for our pattern paper right about now again, and then we draft the pattern. So the 21.5 inches, we are going to divide it by 2. So if we divided 21.5 by 2, we are going to be having 10.75, okay. So this is 10.75. Then I'm going to go ahead to add 1 inch seam allowance to it. But if that 1 inch is not enough for you, can go ahead to use as much as you usually use for your seam allowances. Okay, it's usually better to be, to have excess than to actually be in short. So feel free to use whatsoever seam allowance that you find convenient for you. Okay, so we have a circumference here. So at this point now, at this angle now, we are going to determine how big you want the width of the peplum to be. So it's usually not too big, but you also have to take your customer's preference into consideration. Okay, so I'm going to be using, also going to go ahead to add a 1 inch seam allowance to this part. Like I said earlier, please feel free to use the seam allowance that you are comfortable with. Okay, all right, so this is what we have right about now. If you've watched this video up to this point, please, and you've not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. In fact, subscribe. Okay, please, thank you so very much. It's just your own little way of encouraging us. So I'm just going to reach out for my ruler, and then I'll connect it from here to this angle. And guys, this is it. Basically, it's not more than this. Okay, it's really not more than this. So we are going to cut it out. Okay, so if you find anything confusing about this video, please kindly rewind it, backward it, watch it over and over again. It's a very simple tutorial, and then make sure you understand. If you have a challenge, you need more explanation, drop your question on the comment section down there, or you can actually send me a WhatsApp message. My phone number is on the screen. Okay, so this is what we have. This is a peplum. Okay, this is how it stands. Let me show you on the dress again. So this is it on the dress. Okay, this is how it's going to be positioned. You see, so we are accurate with our measurements. So it comes like this, and then it flips over to the other side. You know, when we are cutting this on our fabric, it's going to be unfold, right? All right, guys, so I've gone ahead to use my pattern paper to cut out my fabric. Okay, I also infused my paper stay. Paper stay is the soft one, right? The soft kind of stay, and my air stay on this front part. Okay, this is the lining for it. All right, I infused only a paper stay on this one, then on the lining. Okay, then on the front parts I infused paper stay first, and then air stay on top of it. And then I'm going to use my crinoline. I'm going to be doubling the crinoline or the horsehair braid so that it gives me the kind of standing effect that I really require. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that the video was not capturing the parts where I was introducing us to the paper stay and the air stay. Sorry about that. That is why I had to mention it here. Okay, so I'm just going to place my fabric this way. This is the front part, and then place my lining on top. So right part of the lining facing the right part of the fabric. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it this way. Okay, thereby bringing the fabric, on top, because we are going to be placing our horsehair braid on this part. Okay, so you can sew down your lining to your fabric first, or you can just hold it down with pin and then introduce your horsehair braid and then sew everything simultaneously. Okay, so I'm just going to hold mine down with my pin and then introduce my horsehair braid. Okay, so I'm done pinning down my lining to my fabric because I would like to do everything at the same time. So this is my horsehair braid. So two ways is either you get the amount of horsehair braid you need, okay, that will go around your piece, and sew it down first, or you sew down first. The first, I told you that we are doubling it, cut it off and then come back to sew the second one, the double layer, the second layer on it. Okay, so me, I'm just going to also do mine all together the same time. Okay, I just cut out a certain amount and then I'll come to this angle. I'll place it this way, but before I do, I'm going to use my masking tape to tape the edge of the horsehair braid so that it does not poke the wearer. So I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, so I really recommend you to do this each time you're using a horsehair braid and you have to work with the edges. Okay, this is for the first layer. I'm going to replicate it on the second layer also. So we have the two of them right now, so I'll place it together this way. Okay, and then place it here and start sewing. Please, when sewing, when working with your horsehair braid, try as much as you can not to pull it. Okay, just allow it flow. It's very flexible, just like bias. It fits into any shape. So if you've watched this video up to this point in time and you've not subscribed, I want to encourage you to please kindly do. Okay, and do not forget to tap on the bell so you get notified each time we drop new videos. We drop videos on this channel twice every week. Videos on sewing tutorials and then videos on headwear tutorials. Okay, so when you get to the end of your horsehair, the same way you tape the edge of this is the same way you're also going to tape the edge. I was trying to say that when you get to the edge of this piece, the same way you tape the edge of your this edge at the beginning is the same way you're also going to tape this edge, in case I didn't get to show it, you know, in the video. Okay, so I'm done sewing, as you can see. Okay, so the next thing for us to do right now is for you to top stitch. Okay, so you see this is the hem of what we sewed. So you open your lining, you flip your lining towards this part. So when you flip it like this, it means that this same part is going to be falling towards your lining part, and then you top stitch it neatly. Okay, I'm done top stitching, you take it to your ironing table and give it a very good press. Okay, proper pressing, not ironing, pressing. Okay, you know ironing is different from pressing. That is why it is called pressing iron. There are some situations where you have to press, and then there are some situations where you have to iron. This one you need pressing. Howbeit, when pressing, be careful of your fabric so you don't strip a part of it off with the hotness of your iron. So you iron it properly. So we are done ironing, and this is what we have. Okay, you see the standing effects. Very beautiful. Right about now, you take it to your dress and place it just the way we did the measurements, and we are done. Okay, so if you know this tutorial has been helpful, kindly like, give a thumbs up, share this video, and do not forget to subscribe. See you guys in our next video. Bye for now.